Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on Leone, the premium Tier 5 Italian destroyer. I'm going to put air quotes behind that destroyer because in reality, this was a scout cruiser or large destroyer, I guess it's an in-betweener. So it's a large destroyer. I'm making this a slightly different ship to play. This is going to play more like at not exactly, but because of the tier, it's gonna be like Elbing, right? It's bigger. You can eat torps if you're not careful. You're gonna get hit a lot. But that being said, it is a good ship. I'm not saying it's a bad ship at all. We're using Carl Bergami. Reason being is for a ship that is bigger and you know is going to get hit. So what I mean by that, uh, when a lot of people use auto aim, a lot of times that will be behind a destroyer. Some of them shells might land behind. This ship is just big enough where them shells will hit you. All right, so we're using Carl Bergami. His base trait, incoming damage from torpedoes and bombs, really help. Cause it gets a 30% reduction basically when you're almost dead, meaning that is very helpful when you're getting hit, and you will get hit in this ship. It just it's a big ship. It doesn't have the best detection. Uh, Not terrible, but not the best, right? And also, Bergami's probably somebody you should have ranked up for your radar destroyers anyway, because this is the good for them where you don't need to build into detection. This is a great perk to go along with William Sims. That being said, we're using Jersey Swirsky Sims. Contact is imminent. Look at me now, perceptive and talented. You could take smoke on the water if you did choose. I just kind of like the smoke on this talented for the to kind of go hand in hand with the when you lose health in the ship, which a lot of times you will, your torp damage will be a little bit better and unstoppable because always you want the you want the mobility while your engine and rudder are disabled. For your modifications, we're using Aiming Systems Mod 1, Prop Mod as always, and as you guys can see, smoke generators. You can either take the exhaust smoke generator, which I call the rolling smoke, or the normal stationary smoke, right? Uh, because it's an Italian destroyer, I take the normal smoke because it's more unique. All the Italian destroyers that have smokes have the rolling smoke pretty much besides this, so making it more unique is kind of what I do. Unique to the ship, right? But there's an argument to be had. The rolling smoke might be better even. That being said, you have 13.7 for health. We have 15.7 because of Sims. Um, so slightly above average, but nothing crazy. You have 8 120s. Now that sounds crazy good, and they're not bad, but they do reload in 8 seconds. Your HE shell damage 1700 with a 6% chance to fight or start fires. But again, with 8 shells, it's not that bad of a fire percentage. And your AP shell damage 2100, and the armor pen at you can see the armor pen values. When you get close up to a destroyer or a cruiser with an exposed citadel, something like Pensacola or Omaha, ships, them cruisers, especially tier 4, you will and can citadel them. Torpedoes, you have 4 of them that reload every 47 seconds. They do have a very good range, but they're slow. And they do have a decent detectability, but that's because they're slow. Uh, why that is actually somewhat handy is you can throw these out where you know people are going to be at some point, or use them as aerial denial, um, keeping guys out of an area. And also, with the detectability on these, because they're slow, if people are driving at them or even crossways into them with the detectability of only 1 kilometer, they don't have much time to react. Now, if they're kind of going along with it, they're so slow that they have hours to adjust. But if they're coming at it with the detectability the way it is, as always with the slow torps, it can be problematic. AA defense, it's two guys with a pea shooter on back. All right. Uh, for your maneuverability, 34 knot, 620 turning circle, and 3.4 rudder for as big as this destroyer is. All not bad. And concealment, 5.6. If you run double detection, you could get it down to 5.4. And for stats, as you can see, I'm doing well on this ship. I'm being careful, but when I get the opportunity, I'm taking out the other destroyers. Now, am I getting an open boat, open water gunboat fighting with battleships and cruisers? Not before I get rid of a destroyer, because this ship will lose a lot of its health when you do that. I'm not saying it can't. Just make sure you can either take out the destroyer or you have taken them out before you start being dumb in this ship. And you can see based off my damage, I'm being smart with this ship, and that's what's helped winning in the ship. Now, is it that good? Is it an 8% win rate ship? No. I would say my average is probably going to be 60 to 65 in this. It's not a bad ship, but it's not overpowered either. Armor. You guys can see is kind of a tall ship as well as being big for a destroyer. You're going to take hits in this, all right? Also, as a destroyer, you don't have a ton of armor. Don't take unnecessary hits if you don't need to. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am an above average player. Not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, we're on straight, and this is my least favorite map, but I will say we spawn in the middle, which makes me much happier. I do not care for this map, especially when you start on the flanks. There ends up being way too many stalemates, but if you get in the middle, you can make a big difference. Now, we're in a destroyer. We're going to have our hands full. All right, so we see, based off of where the carrier spotted that destroyer, we know exactly where he's coming from and what he's doing. Now, does that mean we're going to be dumb? Nope, we're going to be careful. We're thinking about dropping torpedoes, but we're going to wait for a second. They're very slow. And you're going to see here, we're going to wait. We know now, based off of them torpedoes, we got a French destroyer here, right? And we do get out spotted by him, but not by a ton. And we're going to start taking his shots. Now, he does the unthinkable here and smokes up. He should have never smoked up here. As we get spotted, our teammates do not help us. His teammates all shoot at us, right? And also there's another destroyer here as well. So now I know I have to be careful. We've lost a little bit of health in that first little deal. And to be fair, our teammates actually shoot the destroyer, but that's because he's the only thing spotted, all right? I wish these I will say, give credit to this red team. When I was spotted in this match, anytime I got spotted, they 100% tried to kill me, right? I think we had, 5 people shoot me there? Meanwhile, we didn't get much help other than the one time where he was the only thing they could see. Which is okay. That happens at low tiers. You can't rely on teammates. I talk about it a lot on low tiers. You can see we're starting to shoot some stuff. We're being careful. There is a destroyer over on this side, and I'm trying to pop out to see. And I'm trying to angle to them torpedoes, right? We know where the French ones are coming. Here he sent them off, so I was trying to angle to the torpedoes from the Mahan. Turns out he's actually going to leave this area. It's just going to be the one destroyer. And I am super worried about this de Grasse. He is part of a division, and also it's a de Grasse. They're a DPM monster at the tier. Like, especially if you're in a destroyer. This guy gets spotted again. We start taking our shots. And again, he, instead of allowing his teammates to shoot at me, he panic smokes again. This destroyer, listen, if you get spotted, don't just smoke up. This destroyer had a huge advantage on me, and he had the ability to absolutely win this fight, but he kept smoking up, right? Here, I'm letting my team, hey, I'm trying to get some help on them shooting over there. Nobody's going to shoot, so I don't shoot my guns off, right? Why would I not do that? I don't have a smoke available. This is not a matchup as he's driving away that I want. And we do have him on fire anyway, meaning the next time we fight him, we have the health advantage because we've been smart, right? And not just being stupid. We're going to keep throwing these torps out. As you see, I've been throwing torps out around this island the entire time. It's not going to switch. People love this island. They love darting behind it when they think they're going to be smart. Or they like hiding from it, right? In fact, that DeGrasse we already hit with a torp earlier. But he's doing a pretty good job of wrecking our team for the most part. Also, we can see from our carrier spotting again that destroyer's on his way back. We're again going to throw torpedoes out. And again, he gets himself spotted. Now he just laid smoke, so he can't panic smoke. And them torpedoes that he was going to go hide behind that island with, right? We make him eat them. But it didn't matter because we were going to outgun him in that scenario. His teammates were behind an island. The only opportunity we waited till the moment till we knew we could win the fight, right? And that's what you got to do in this ship. Now, did it take a big chunk of the match? Yes, but we still have a bunch of our health, and now we can actually farm other stuff if we want to. But you can see, this is my average damage in this was 28,000. You can see it was basically the beginning of the match, right? Just being smart, not being dumb, not losing all our health, spotting for our teammates. Obviously, we had to use that smoke, and we stayed in it for a minute to make sure we got the cap. But outside of that, we've been 100% spotting and helping. And to be fair, while our teammates didn't shoot the destroyer, they are actually helping. Get rid of other teammates. And as you guys can see here, the second I get spotted, this battleship decides it's going to shoot me again. There are only two people that can reach me right now, basically. Both of them are going to shoot at me. It's Iron Duke and the Pensacola. We go ahead and start to accelerate. Try to dodge shells. Pensacola is really not thrilled, so we're going to go ahead and smoke up. All right, we're going to take one more shot here, and you can see I load up AP because I want to get rid of Pensacola. He's still shooting me. And we do get a torpedo hit on the Iron Duke. And we go ahead to try to Citadel the crap out of him, and he dies before we get the opportunity. But I can promise you, you can Citadel cruisers with this thing, right? Right now, we know that DeGrasse is in the sea cap. So we're going to throw some torpedoes over that way. Again, in this ship, just keep dropping torpedoes out. Iron Duke does go down to our cruiser. And I asked my teammate to spot. Now that smoke is starting to run away. And also, I think DeGrasse might have shot his guns off. But we're going to start to focus on him as well. To be honest, probably should have used AP here. I just wanted to get the guns going, though, before he got behind the island. And that is going to be the end of our match because their team goes down super quick. This match was only a seven-ish minute match, 7.5 or so. But you can see we did play a big impact, obviously. Top of leaderboard, helping our team win. Anyway, you guys have a super wonderful day, and I'll see you folks next time.